All right, it's time to get serious.
Okay.
This is literally Kicking It with Katie. Yeah!
I believe that things change when ordinary people band together, make a plan, and fight for it.
All right, we're gonna kick it with Katie today. We're gonna ride transit through Seattle, and then we're gonna have some conversations about her, about her policies. I'm gonna ask her a bunch of questions. She's gonna give me a bunch of answers. We're gonna start here in the university area. I gotta let you talk about who you are, but I don't want to hear the usual answers. Okay?
You don't want my stump speech.
No, I don't want the stump. I don't want the stump. People can Google that, okay?
Yeah, fair enough.
And it's probably better practice for you to, bring it down to the regular people level. So
great.
You are gonna be asking a bunch of these people to fill out your name when they go to vote on August 5th. What is the thing that you want them to be thinking about, the folks in the university area, these students, when they think about you?
I mean, I want them to think about affordability.
Yeah.
And being a student right now in the city, the way rents are, I have to imagine it's really hard, right? If you're not coming from a wealthy family.
You're a renter.
I am a renter, yes.
Yeah,
I live on Capitol Hill. I've been a renter the whole time I've lived in Seattle, over 20 years, a bunch of different neighborhoods. And
so you don't have to imagine
No, I don't have to imagine this. Like, this is the reality that I live every day. And it's like you're on a year lease.
Yep.
And that time when the lease renewal is coming up, you're just like, how much are they going to raise my rent this time, right?
That's right.
Do
I have to move?
Exactly, right. And most of the people that I talk to every day are renters, and so this is just like a basic reality of living in Seattle, where you have this insecurity, right? You don't know if you're going to be able to afford to stay in your current place for another year.
Yeah.
And that's been especially bad in the last few years coming out of the pandemic. Like, we've just seen like really big rent increases. It's not just in Seattle too, right? It's kind of spreading around the region. Like,
that's
I remember in 2022 when we were running a minimum wage initiative in Tequila. Like, I was surprised door knocking. You'd be door knocking in this apartment complex. It'd be like really run down. And I'd talk to someone and they would tell me like how much they're paying in rent for kind of a dilapidated like one bedroom, and it was like $1,800, like not that much cheaper than Seattle.
Yeah.
And so it's just a big problem.
What are you gonna do about it?
Good question.
How are you gonna fix
like,
it?
If it was easy, we would have done it already, right?
Right.
There's like a whole bunch of things that we need to do. It's not just one solution.
Yeah.
Part of it has to do with the way that we allow housing, like the private market, to build housing in our city, right? And what's happened over the last couple decades is we've had this like rapidly increasing population, especially as the tech industry has grown up and more people are like moving here for tech jobs.
Yep.
And so you have all these like high-paid tech workers who are coming and competing in our housing market.
Yeah.
But then we haven't actually allowed the market to build the housing to match. Like the vast majority of Seattle has been single-family zoned residential neighborhoods, so like you can't really build apartments or multifamily housing there. That's starting to change, right? So we have some state laws that were passed that are going to kind of mandate allowing like fourplexes, or in some cases sixplexes in residential neighborhoods. So that's going to really help. But Seattle right now is talking about our comprehensive plan, which is like the growth plan for the next 10 years. And unfortunately, the plan that the mayor proposed and the council is considering, like, it doesn't go far enough in allowing more housing to be built, especially in those like historically white wealthy neighborhoods which have been exclusionary. So we really need to do better on that and making sure that we're allowing more housing to be built. But that doesn't solve the problem by itself, especially for like lower income people, right? Like, you can increase the supply of housing, but it's not going to like automatically trickle down into like super low rents, right? So
okay, so that's what's the part that the mayor can control as a zoning thing?
So that's part of it, right? Like so it's not just the mayor, right? But the city, the mayor and the
city council.
Yeah, exactly. But then to go further, we also need the city itself to be investing in affordable housing, and one way to do that is through social housing, and that's this like new, really exciting project that has been community driven, right? There's been 2 citizens initiatives now, which people have put on the ballot by gathering signatures to create this new social housing developer and to fund it through a tax on wealthy corporations.
Okay, when you say people put it on the ballot, like that's you played a role in that. But you played a role in this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, you did. You did.
I was part of the coalition that went out, gathered signatures.
Right.
And put it on the ballot.
See, that's the part people need to know.
I'm a believer in like organizing, right? I've been a community organizer, a coalition builder. Like, I believe that things change when ordinary people band together, make a plan, and fight for it. And that's like the only way that anything big has ever happened. Like, the fact is, if I win, when I win, because I do believe we're going to win,
yes,
I'm going to be embattled, right? Because there are wealthy interests, corporate interests, real estate interests, landlord interests that really don't want to see me get elected. And they're going to be fighting so that I don't get elected. But when I do get elected, they're going to be fighting to undermine the things that we all want to do. And so, it's going to be so important that people on the outside are continuing to organize and push and supporting all these good things, from housing to progressive revenue to great public transit.
You've got an idea for what the high level solution is and the high level push is going to be from the inside once you get in there. But you're also like, this is a coalition. This is like, we're going to need to have a bunch of people who you worked with actually before that are going to continue to push for these things from the outside. So it'll be a partnership between the inside and outside.
Absolutely.
As opposed to what it is today, which is pretty contentious.
Pretty contentious, and just kind of like, the mayor's administration's up there. There's powerful people from the Master Builders Association, the chamber. They're just kind of doing their thing, and then we're all out here being like, man, it's rough out here.
Yeah.
We're not getting a lot of help.
So, again, we're right here. This is the Ave. You move here from a different city. You grow up here. You're staying here as a student. You're paying rent here.
Yep.
Or you graduate, and then you move to Ballard. You move to Cap Hill, and you're like, where am I going to live? How your policy is going to help them out?
Yeah, I think we need stronger renter protections. This is another thing that I've done a lot of work on over the years, but there are things we can do to basically incentivize landlords to not do huge rent increases, right?
Sure.
Like, for example, mandating landlord-paid relocation assistance if you raise the rent more than 5% to create that kind of stability for renters. Because right now we have a situation where if you're a renter, you just don't have that stability. You don't know what your rent's going to be next year. And if you're a student, right, you probably don't have a lot of money, and if you just graduated, you're looking for a job, we're going into maybe a pretty tough job market for a lot of people. And so having that stability, not having to just be hustling constantly, and if you're working 3 low-wage jobs after you're graduating, it's hard to figure out how you kind of move into a career, right? So the more that we can do to make the city more affordable and less just kind of stressful for people just trying to make ends meet, the better for students.
That's good. Good. Okay. What have you heard?
I heard you just got endorsed by the stranger.
What do you think about that? It's big. It's big. Are y'all voters? You vote here?
Yeah.
August 5th. August 5th is primary election day.
Look her up.
Awesome.
Have a good one.
Take care. All right, let's head back. Let's get on the train. Do I need to scan this or something?
I think you just carry that.
I just carry it?
You're good.
Okay,
and then
okay.
if they check our fares, then
Okay,
I need to scan that. Isn't it fun? What?
Here, let's put some more money on it. Come on.
Come on.
How do we do it?
Okay,
How do you
load
do
your
it?
Orca card.
Okay,
Oh, there we go.
here we go.
Okay, 50 cents, minus 50 cents.
How do you have negative 50?
This is so embarrassing.
Okay, try it again.
Oh,
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. And I got mine. Okay, here we go. We're rolling.
yeah.
Who's responsible for
it'll be very interesting to see how Mom Donnie does in the general.
packed train.
We got some space here, maybe.
Oh, right there in the middle. You want to stand or you want to sit?
I'm cool standing.
So you ride bus normally?
I ride the bus, I ride the train, streetcar, ferries sometimes.
Okay,
But so
all right.
where I live on Capitol Hill, it's 10-minute walk from the Capitol Hill Light Rail Station.
Yep.
So I'm taking the train all the time. And there's the G line over on Madison. So I love the G line. It's like our rapid ride. I took that downtown today. this
Okay,
morning,
all right.
After dropping my daughter off at daycare. So yeah, I'm
See,
always on the train and the bus.
I drive, so I don't know anything about it. You're educating me right now. So when you get on, do you usually have stroller with you most of the time?
When I've
lot
got
of
my
times?
daughter with me, a lot of the time, yeah.
All right.
And she loves it. And people also, when you travel with a baby or a kid on transit, people are much more likely to talk to you.
Yeah.
So there's a real community feeling to it. The bus, the train is part of our public space, right? And so all of the problems of society, if you're on public transit and you can't escape from that, and you're just experiencing that every day, you're like, man, we got to do better. And it's not that there aren't solutions, it's just that the policy needs to come down to earth and actually connect with the reality that people are facing every day. This isn't about me, right? I don't care at all about being a politician, right? This is never something that I've aspired to be in elected office or whatever.
I can tell. We can tell.
As a community organizer, it's always about how are we building power, as an individual, it's like really easy to feel isolated and powerless because like honestly, as individuals, we kind of are powerless, right? It's really by coming together that we can just like be more than the sum of our parts.
I love that. Okay, where are we getting off? I have no idea where we are.
We got like 3 more stops before we get to Highle Square.
Oh, I see. We're right there.
Thank you. Awesome.
Capitol Hill, Westlake Symphony. Where is Symphony?
It used to be called University Street Station, but then that was confusing because people confused it with University District. But it's basically
Where the
like
Symphony place? Yeah, it's Benaroya. Okay.
So it's kind of like just in the middle of downtown.
As a Tacoma guy, he's got used to like rolling up and down the freeway, you know, and like going to see my family down in T-Town. So I was like, I always feel like I have to have a car.
I've never owned a car. Yeah, I mean, I learned to drive on like my.
Wait, I was gonna say, can you drive? Do you have a
I can
license?
drive. Yeah, I can.
Do you drive well?
I drive fine. I drive very conservatively because it's kind of terrifying. Yeah.
You're doing the 90-degree seat thing?
I don't even know. But it's definitely. I mean, what's nerve-wracking is that like for many years, the only time I would drive was like when we were like moving from apartment to apartment in Seattle.
And you had to throw all your shit.
And so then because then it was like a fucking U-Haul.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
you're driving a
really
giant.
terrifying.
Yeah.
But then when we were doing our minimum wage campaign in Tequila, I would borrow a car every week from a friend to drive down there to do stuff. So I got more comfortable with it, just like driving on the highway and everything. But it's definitely like when I do drive, I get it's definitely like I get nervous until I get used to it again.
Of course.
I mean, before I had my kid, I would bike all over. So bicycle was my primary form of transportation.
Okay.
Because it's faster than public transit usually.
Yeah. So you've never done the? Okay, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Faster than public transit.
Biking. Yeah.
Biking is faster than public transit. Is that a part of what gets you thinking about transit? Because you're like, this is.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, we have, people are going to keep moving to Seattle. Our population is going to keep growing. We have this like geographic problem where there's like just limits to how many cars we can fit in the city and on our streets. And so even if you're someone who drives all the time and just can't really like take transit, in order for you to keep driving and be able to get places, like the people who are moving here need to be able to take transit, right? We can't keep adding more and more cars. Yeah. And so it's just like, that's why, and transit's really popular in Seattle, right? Every time we have like a ballot measure to fund transit, it gets just enormous majorities. So I think people really understand that, right? They realize that public transit is really a public good. It's not just for the people who ride it. It's just what is necessary to make our whole transportation system functional. And especially as we're looking at the climate crisis and like we're way behind in Seattle on our climate goals. Like it's really the future. Are we getting off?
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah.
We gotta go.
I like the shakes. Something like that. Look cool.
You're going this way? Are you going this way?
Yeah, we can go. Let's see. No, let's go actually. We can go this
go that way? Where are we?
Let's go the other.
Do you think we'd ever get to like congestion pricing and like some of the stuff that
I think that is such a fascinating idea, right?
Okay.
My understanding of like how it's played out in New York City is it's been immensely successful.
That's what I
and
heard, yeah.
So many people
I've
who
driven
initially
to New York City recently.
Yeah. And was it better?
It was way better. It was actually, I was like, there's nothing to this. All these things about driving in New York and how it's terrible.
I think it's a great policy. It's politically very hard because the way that it generally plays out is that it's a very unpopular idea. Like people think about it, they're like, I don't want to pay the freaking tolls.
All right, man. All right. Take care, man.
So it's like very unpopular until people experience it and then they like it.
Yeah.
And so that means that it's a very hard thing to implement in the first place because it's hard to build that political support. And so in New York City, like it was a multi-year, just like really long process to get it to the point where they could do it. So I would love to chart a pathway to doing that here because it really is like, it's a way to make immediate improvements to quality of life, to congestion, to air quality, to emissions. And to raise really significant revenue that could improve our transit system, that could fund, public space improvements. So I think it's a great idea, but the trick is like, how do we get there politically? And I would love to work on that.
Well, and part of it now is that you've got them as evidence.
Yeah.
And now you're like, we can compare it to New York.
And I feel like, like Trump hates it, so like maybe maybe it could be like a kind of
there we go.
Like Seattle,
I'm already sold.
Seattle patriotism thing.
Trump hates it, I'm sold.
Trump hates it, we got to do it,
That's how you sell a lot of things actually right now. You can sell a ton
maybe
of
maybe there's a way.
There you go. Okay, Pioneer Square. We made it.
Here we are. Pioneer Square. Smith Tower.
So this is, you said your office is in here.
Yeah, we have a little campaign office in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're heading down to a tea spot that you know?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Foggy Tea, which is
That's
a
cool.
small business over here on 2nd Avenue.
We're downtown, Pioneer
Yep.
Square. Let's talk about business. This is one of the major constituents of the city. I would say politically they've gone back and forth in the last 10 years on kind of who they support and what kind of policies that they think are best for them. We've talked about raising minimum wage. We've talked about taxes. Like there's all kinds of things that have impacted small business. What are you telling small businesses right now, just in general?
Well, I think it's important to recognize that like business is not a monolith,
That's right.
So it's not like there's a business and they all think this, and you have some of the big business interests like the Chamber and Amazon, and you know they're usually like fighting things that I consider good things. But then you have a wide variety of small businesses, and often there's a lot of the small businesses which are like, no, we really like want to pay our workers a living wage. We understand why that's important. And at the same time, small businesses are definitely struggling. I mean, especially coming out of the pandemic, it's been a really challenging few years for small businesses, and I really think the city hasn't done enough to support our small businesses in this challenging time, because you know it's like the vitality of our neighborhoods and just like having places where you want to hang out, right? Like there's so much that our small businesses contribute to, and you know, just to give an example, like it's really hard just to start a small business in Seattle, right? There's like multiple agencies and levels of government involved, and you have to get like permits and you know pay fees, and it's just a very complicated process. So I think there's a lot the city could do to make that easier and make sure that there's like a much clearer process, and you know remove some of the costs, and we should absolutely be doing that.
Okay, so streamline the process, lower the cost of starting a business.
Yeah.
Okay, those are two big things. You know who Katie Wilson is? Yeah, of course. Oh, does he work for you?
No, but he works. Yeah,
No, it's okay.
No worries. Yeah.
You know, you want to
How's it
say
going?
hi?
Sure. How's it going?
Hi. Ryan writes for The Urbanist.
Oh, okay.
He's, like,
Well, of course.
Notable Seattleite here.
Yeah, can we do a really quick selfie?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
do
a
it,
selfie.
do it, do it.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going for her right now?
It seems like the momentum is on your side, Katie. Amazing.
Thank you.
Impressed.
Okay.
Ryan, by the way.
Charles.
Charles.
Yeah.
With
Charles
Common
is
Power.
Common Power.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are doing really great work over there.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you get
All
back.
right. Do your thing. See
Bye,
ya. That was cool.
So yeah, small businesses.
The part you said about a lot of them are actually in favor of this of living wage for their people.
Yeah.
I think it's a big deal too, because I think some folks think all small businesses feel the same way about raising a minimum wage, and it's actually they're very different opinions about it. A lot of them are happy to not have to have their staff living off of tips and now incorporate a bunch of those costs into the product, into the food and the restaurants and services.
But I think a lot of them, like I was talking to one business owner, and he owns like several different shops that employ like about 50 people total. And he was saying that not one of his employees has a really stable housing situation.
Okay.
So it's like you have lower wage workers who can't afford to live in Seattle. So there's people who are having to commute in like an hour and a half, right, to their low wage jobs, or who are living in Seattle, but they're spending like 60% of their income on rent, or they're sleeping on a friend's couch, or maybe they're even sleeping in a vehicle, right?
Yeah.
And so it creates this very hard situation for small businesses where it's hard to hire and retain good staff, and you need to pay them more because housing costs are so high. And so I really think that small businesses feel very deeply and appreciate the impacts that high housing costs have on their employees. Hi.
Oh, is this it?
No. Hi.
I'm Sean.
Sean, I'm
Nice to
Katie.
meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
actually part of True.
Oh, you are awesome.
I'm working all the time.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. Do you want to come in? Am I interrupting?
No. We're
what
just
is it?
we're
What-
just walking around. So
What is this?
Custom suiting shop.
custom suited.
Is it really? Do you
Do you do like women's suits?
We do. Are you in need? You might
I mean,
be.
you know, we'll see.
Yeah. This is David, the owner. He's
David,
sewing right
hi.
now.
nice to
David,
meet
the
you.
owner. How you doing, Charles?
Charles,
With
nice to
Common
meet you.
Power.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
Awesome. Thanks for coming in. Very
Yeah,
special.
well,
We're just walking
we're
by.
just walking down the
Would you
street.
like to
and,
say hello to Katie?
Hi.
Hi, Autumn.
Nice to meet you.
Waiting for you.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Cool. I didn't even know that you had a custom suiting shop here.
That's
Thank you.
super cool. How does it feel to be a small business in Seattle? I feel
Honestly,
like?
I love it.
Yeah?
I absolutely love it. I never expected to be able to do this. I feel really privileged to be here. I feel really, really honored to be a part of the Pioneer Square community.
Yeah.
I think this is such a special part of town and very, very dear to our heart.
3, 2, and
How's it going?
It's my go-to now. It's lavender rose and lemonade. It's like, not caffeinated because I've already had plenty of caffeine today.
Look at that. Okay. Thank you.
Good.
Smells great. Cheers.
Okay, see you later.
All right, which way's Occidental?
This one.
That way, okay,
Yeah.
we're rolling. Oh yeah, there we go. It's like a nuanced take on business in general. Like you said, they're not a monolith. And in order for us to find a solution, it's like coalition building, but with businesses, where you're pulling in mom and pop shops, small
Yep.
business owners, you're
Totally.
pulling in big corporations, right? And you're going, where can we find some middle ground?
Yeah, and I mean, even some of the bigger businesses, like I'm not gonna agree with them on like tax policy and
Sure.
stuff like that, but you know, a lot of them, again, having a stake in kind of livability downtown, like genuinely want to see real progress in homelessness. And
Yeah.
I think some of them have been really educated over the years by some of the like folks in the social services world about what works and what doesn't. So, you know, I think there's like progress to be made there. They know that just like a law and order kind of approach is not going to work, and like we need to be, you know, figuring out like shelter and services that work for people. And
This has been a years-long kind of tug of war between
Yeah,
the
yeah.
city and the larger corporations. You think they've evolved over time since you've been doing this work?
we've certainly changed our approach a number of times. Like back in 2018 when we were first doing work on like taxing big business, they were just like incredibly oppositional.
Yeah.
And at some point they made a decision to like focus. And then like in 2019, right, the businesses just like went all in on the city council races, and like,
Yeah,
you know,
I remember.
Amazon, you know, donated $1 million, and that like backfired. And so after that, they kind of made a strategic decision to like, we're going to focus on issues instead of like candidate races and stuff. And I still think that the chamber and a lot of the big guys are playing a pretty counterproductive role, but I think there's definitely, I mean, the Downtown Seattle Association, again, is more nuanced because they're more on the ground, like really dealing with the like quality of life and safety issues day to day, and they just have to have a more realistic picture of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, even among like, I don't know, like Expedia has been notable for being a lot more reasonable on the kind of tax policy front. Even among the big guys, it's not a monolith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Okay, let's talk. I got they're playing soccer over there.
Yeah, to go kick a ball around or something.
You want to go play with them? Do you play soccer?
I used to, yeah.
You used to play soccer? We might need to get you over there. What kind of shoes you got? You got.
Yeah, we could.
Can you juggle a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on, let's walk over. Let's go.
Oh, yeah?
Let's go. We're walking.
See if this guy is willing to give me a chance
Maybe.
on the juggling front.
Oh, you want to see if he'll juggle with you?
Well, I mean, you could ask him.
Hey man, she wants to know if you'll juggle with her. Okay, he's ready.
I stopped with, are we doing this? Okay, we're doing it. Okay.
I'm sorry. I got this out.
Okay, let's try this.
Wow, the header.
When I was a teenager, I was like, I would just be out in my backyard for like hours, just like counting how many times I could keep it up.
Wow.
Anyway, I haven't done this in a long time.
Oh, that's legit. Nice. Yo, jeez,
good run.
that's so good.
I'm like really tired. I haven't moved this much in years.
What's your name, man? Zeke? Charles, man. Good to meet you. This is Katie.
Hi.
She's running for mayor. You got a question for a future mayor? You got any advice? You got any advice?
What do you want?
with the homeless people, man?
Ah, yeah, that's good.
I mean, we need a lot more shelter. We need a lot more housing. It's like housing's not affordable.
Yes, man.
Just like,
That's one thing too. And job, if you get a job,
yeah,
they pay you a little bit of money, but right now very expensive.
yep,
And when you get the money, everything go right in rent.
absolutely.
And especially when you get kids.
Yeah,
I got a daughter.
yeah,
She's 11. But providing for myself and her,
yep.
it's
Fucking hard, yeah. I have a daughter too. She's almost 2 years old. And paying for rent, paying for childcare, It's like all your money.
Yep, all your money gone.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
like that. So it's like, you know, for me, that's one of the reasons why I'm homeless. But it's like, I'm working towards, you know, getting a job. But on the other hand, if I get a job, the job is like places like Everett, I'm willing to go there, but the transportation fare, you know? So like, going all the way on that 4 and then making the money coming back to Seattle, spending it,
Yep.
they were all, you know, that's where the lot of stress comes from.
Yep. Yeah, no, I hear you. That's why I'm running, honestly. Like, I'm a renter along Capitol Hill, and I see just too many people. Like, we can't afford to live here. We got to get childcare costs down. We got to get rent down, and we need more good jobs.
Yeah, more good jobs, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time,
I
man.
wish you good luck,
Thank you.
and I hope you win. So
Thank
Seattle
you
will be better.
for thank you for being willing to kick a ball around with me. It's been a long time. I miss it. I haven't played soccer in a long time.
I can tell you play.
Yeah. Used to.
So you got it. Maybe come back here. Maybe come back here. You gonna be here? Are you around? You around all the time?
Yeah.
I live up in the other shelter right here.
Okay.
So all the
Nice.
time over here.
What's your name again?
Zeke.
Zeke. Charles, man.
Charles, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you for
No-
this.
no problem.
Yeah. This is literally kicking it with Katie. Literally kicking it with Katie. I love it. I love it.
I'm like out of breath now.
Appreciate you,
Getting the
man.
work
Nice
out.
being honor you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man. Thank
nice
you.
to
Thank
meet
you.
Zeke.
Gonna take a second.
Do you have pockets? This one's for you.
That's for you.
Thank you for playing ball with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
3, 2, and 1.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Zeke.
It's the stranger. Okay, where are you in here, Katie?
Might be at the top.
Beginning,
Might be
right?
at the top, yeah. There we
There
go.
we go, right there. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, this is the graphic that's online right there. Choose your fighter.
Yep. I assume that's a reference to some specific video game.
Yeah. Street Fighter back in the days. Come on, you're not a gamer? You didn't play video games back in the day? Arcade games? You know what Street Fighter is, though.
Vaguely.
Vaguely,
I don't think
yeah.
I've ever actually played it,
That's okay.
but now I'm a character. So.
I was such a gamer back in the day. This way or this way? This way.
We got one more street.
We got one more.
2 more
Okay.
streets to cross, and then we're at the station.
You can tell I have no idea where I am.
Okay.
Okay, so we just left your favorite tea spot. Are you not a coffee drinker?
I am a coffee drinker, and I can actually tell you my favorite coffee.
Okay, let's go. What is it?
Lighthouse Roasters. So they're up in
Okay.
Upper Fremont. I used to live up on Finney Ridge. It's been there for a long time. It's like right in the neighborhood. In my opinion, they make the best coffee in Seattle. We actually, my husband and I get their beans delivered.
You passed the test. I was worried. that you were just a tea person. No offense to tea people. No offense to tea people.
Honestly, I do like tea, but I'm much more of a coffee person. I just can't do the caffeine anymore. I'm like old, you know?
Is it?
So let's swim.
All right, here we are. It's Beacon Hill.
Beacon Hill, yep.
This is it, Beacon Hill Station?
Yeah. Over here we got the station,
We got the
which
station.
is like an awesome community cafe, coffee shop.
Yep.
And we have El Centro de la Raza,
Yes.
which is a like awesome community center with a storied radical history.
That's right.
So I think actually we can just go straight down here, and I think we got a little playground we can kind of check out.
This neighborhood is very different than the rest of Seattle. This is South Seattle. It's much more diverse than North Seattle, West Seattle, a bunch of other places. The community here, large immigrant populations, and one of the things that a lot of folks are concerned about is, Trump proofing Seattle. Trump is targeting blue cities. Seattle was one of the cities named when he kind of ratcheted up the ICE folks that came in and wanted to round people up. It was Seattle was named in the top 5.
Yeah.
What are some of your policies around protecting Seattle?
Yeah, I mean, this is such an important question, especially since we've seen the bill that just passed, Trump's bill, which really like supercharges funding for ICE operations. I think we can expect to see a real ramping up of ICE trying to detain and deport people, which is very concerning for all the reasons that you just mentioned. One of the things that I would like to see Seattle do is look at what some other cities are doing. So there's several cities, including a few in California, that have actually directed their police to intervene in unlawful ICE operations.
Okay.
So like right now you have like masked, unbadged ICE officers just like pulling people into vans, and like we can't allow that to happen, right? Like anyone could pretend that they're an ICE officer and do this, and so we actually need to be deploying our own law enforcement to make sure that's not occurring. And we've also seen Boston has started filing FOIA, or Freedom of Information Act requests to get more transparency around who ICE is detaining and why. I think we should look at doing that here.
Okay.
And really the city needs to be just working in really close active partnership with organizations that are rooted in immigrant communities that are doing the hard on the ground work right now of building rapid response teams and supporting people who are detained and making sure that people are not going to immigration hearings alone, just providing all of the support that we legally can. I also think that we need a lot more clarity around the role of the Seattle Police Department when people are protesting ICE operations. We've seen situations in Seattle and also in Tequila where, we have this state law, Keep Washington Working, which prohibits local law enforcement from collaborating with ICE. But when you have police who are monitoring, doing crowd control, when there's a protest where ICE is active, there's been situations where it looks very much like the police are collaborating with ICE to get, vans moving or whatever. And we need some legal clarity around what those lines are so that we don't have our police actually aiding and abetting ICE operations.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I think that folks like to hear that. The other part about the reality of their lives is there's also an economic issue. There's also an affordability issue. When they go to vote, what are some of the policies that Katie Wilson has where they're going to go, I'm going to think about this and this is going to make me want to vote for her?
I mean, I think housing is such an issue that really ties us together, right?
Yeah.
Like whether you've lived here for generations, whether you're just coming here as an asylum seeker, the cost of housing is such a problem. And we've seen this recently, right? So like last year, there was this big issue where asylum seekers were flooding into our region and they were coming to Seattle and there was no plan. And the Seattle police began picking them up and taking them to a church in Tequila.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And they were swamped with people. And at one point, because there was nowhere for them to go, a bunch of asylum seekers set up an encampment in a park in Seattle, and they got swept. The city posted notices, and there was no concerted effort. I mean, there were kind of like piecemeal efforts to like put a few people in hotels or something, but there was no real tackling of that issue. And we really need to do better, right? We can't have folks who are coming here fleeing persecution in other countries. We can't just be like leaving them to the wolves, right?
That's one piece. In general, housing affordability, though. The things we talked about already, increasing housing stock, controlling the rent prices. These are the kinds of things that they're universal and these are going to impact them as well.
I think specifically for immigrants and refugees, I think we also just need to build on the efforts that we already have in terms of helping people find employment and just having, kind of support as they try to navigate our job market. Because it's hard, for anyone to live in the city, but if you're coming here and you have language barriers and cultural barriers and, maybe you're not, legally allowed to work yet, right? Like there's a lot of things that the city needs to be doing better to make sure that people can build a life here.
Cool. Okay. All right, Katie. You ready? All right, it's time to get serious.
Okay, this is like so serious. I feel really serious.
It's time to get super serious about. That's why we're sitting in these super serious seats.
Super serious seats.
What is your daughter's favorite playground toy?
She's really into. She doesn't have just one favorite, right?
Yeah.
She's really into swings.
Okay.
And she's really into slides.
Do you think she could navigate this? I don't even know how to use this. This one didn't exist when I was a kid.
I feel like playgrounds have really advanced since I was like we had these like old wooden things where you get splinters.
Yeah.
And then like you're on the tire swing and you like want to throw up.
Yeah,
and stuff.
that's right.
But like
that's right.
now I feel like we've come a long way.
Yeah, this is we can move to a different, more practical seating for a really serious conversation about childcare.
Yeah.
Or we can actually have this very ridiculous, very different kind of setting. Is there a swing? Can we go to swings? I'm down for sitting on the playground. I just, it's like unnerving. All right, this is more like it.
Yeah.
This is like
I feel
classic.
like an adult now.
That's right. This feels like how I grew up on this kind of thing. I don't know what that was back there.
Yeah.
But let's talk about childcare.
Yeah.
Childcare in Seattle.
Yeah.
It's a great place to do it. This is like something that is universal. It was a big part of politics last year. Towards the end, as they were trying to get like voters,
Yeah.
it was like a last minute
Yeah.
like appeal to parents.
Sure.
But it's a massive focus. No matter how much money you make, you're spending a bunch of money on childcare in a city like Seattle.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do about it?
Childcare is something where it's one of these things like healthcare where it doesn't make sense to have the person who needs it like paying for the full cost.
Yeah.
It needs to be a publicly provided thing.
Okay.
Because it is just so expensive. And we have a situation now where childcare is unaffordable for parents, but also childcare workers are way underpaid.
Oh yeah.
And it's a real crisis, right? Because we also just have a shortage of childcare facilities, childcare spots.
Yeah.
But for example, like my daughter, who's almost 2, she goes to childcare 4 days a week now, and it costs $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
And it's like paying another rent, right?
Yep.
So this is something that we need to do much better at publicly subsidizing. And, you know, it's both childcare for very young children, but also once you get up into school age, like K through 8, right, in the summer, your kid gets off school.
Yep.
And like legally, you're not allowed to leave them alone until
That's
they're
right.
like 13,
That's
right?
right, yeah.
And if you're a working parent who doesn't have flexibility in your job, like what are you supposed to do? And you know, there's some like summer camp program kind of things, and some of them are subsidized to some extent by the city, but like we're talking about like 3 or 4 hours. Mm-hmm. So if you actually have a kind of a 9-to-5 job or an 8-hour job, like it's very hard. So I mean, I think that the city is going to need to step up and pay for more of that at the same time as we work at the state level on bigger solutions that are going to help people across Washington state.
See, and these are the kinds of policies where, you know, people, there's this like harsh calculus about you and about this election where it's an odd year election. And so strategically people are thinking folks are not going to come out and vote.
Yeah.
People are not going to come out and vote like they did last year, like they're going to do next year. And I think that these kinds of policies, where you're like, the city is going to help you out, you know, regular Seattleite, with like your biggest needs, this is going to bring out voters that normally wouldn't come out during an election like this. That didn't come out in 2021.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I mean, you know, here in Seattle, we've made a good start, right? Like we have a preschool program that, at least at the time that it was first instituted, was really like leading the nation.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
we
took
have
advantage
to,
of that this year. Yeah, we did that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you know, but like we have to build on that, because even that right now, you look at it and it doesn't provide full day care.
No.
It provides like, you know, maybe 6 hours tops. And then it stops in the summer, right? Because it's just timed for the school year. And a lot of people who are participating in it, they don't even realize that at first.
Yeah.
And so then it gets to the end of the school year and they're like, oh wait, my 3 or 4-year-old has nowhere to go now. And so there's all of these gaps that just make it really hard for anyone who doesn't have a ton of money and who's, you know, a working parent to figure things out. And like we have to do better, because right now we have so many families who are moving out of the city because of these high costs.
Yeah. Well, this is fun, but these are very hot.
It's very hot.
These
It's
are
like,
very
it's
hot,
really hot.
black swings.
Yep.
I'm gonna get my ass off of this thing. But first I'm gonna actually do some like actual swinging. Oh man, I haven't done this in a long time.
I've been pushing my daughter on the swing so much
Oh,
that
yeah?
you forget how fun it is. But like
I'm gonna
she's
jump.
Like, she's like higher, higher, higher.
And you're like, no, you're gonna fall off and have
Yeah.
the biggest injury
She
of your
doesn't
life.
go on the big ones yet. But
Okay,
she
here we
goes
go.
on
I'm
the,
gonna do it.
like,
I'm
the
gonna do
little ones. You're gonna jump? Whoa, okay. I feel like I gotta jump now too. Like I hope I just don't fall on my face, because that'll be really embarrassing. Okay, here we go. Woo!
There we go. There you go. All right.
Especially now that I have like a toddler, I just so appreciate spaces where like she can run around and
Yes.
it's not like right next to a car.
That's right.
Got Tacos, Chukis. I love that place. Station's great.
Yeah.
Lots of good places here.
You know him?
No.
Oh. You know her? you know her?
Yeah.
That's right, Katie Wilson. You wanna come say hi? Come on, come say hi. Yeah.
Hey.
Cool.
Nice to meet you.
This is my son Sylvan.
Hi, Sylvan.
Great.
Awesome.
I'm really glad I remembered this time.
Nice to meet you.
Here.
What is this?
It's a business card.
A business card. So this is, wow. You have a business already?
No, I just have a website.
Okay, well
just
that's,
got a
you know,
website.
it's like, that's how it all starts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. I'll check it out.
What's on
I'll
your
check it
website?
out.
I just post links to cool stuff.
Cool. That's
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna check this out. Are you coming to get some tacos? Is that what's going on?
We're really excited for your candidacy. We
Awesome.
really hope you win.
Thank you.
It would be a really good change.
I'm feeling good about it,
All right,
and you know, less than 3 weeks before the primary, but like,
I mean, everybody
yeah.
I know is voting for you. So,
Awesome.
And everybody really wants some change.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. That feels like the energy that's out there. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, great to meet you guys.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Here we go. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Take care. Good stuff. People know you around here. Look at this.
You know, more and more like people recognize me, which
Yeah.
is like really weird, but like getting used to it.
You gotta get used to it.
I gotta get used to it.
Okay, so this has been cool. We're here at
Here
El
we
Centro.
are, El Centro. Awesome.
This is the end of our journey for today.
Yep.
Fully kicked it. We fully
kicked it.
just hung out. Started it in the U District. Took the train to downtown to Pioneer Square, and then now we're here in South Seattle. This is where I live. This is where I live. What's next for you? How's the campaign going? How are things going?
I mean, it feels good. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot. You know, running for office is a lot, especially when you're also trying to work a job and have a kid and all that. But
You have a job? No, I'm joking.
I'm not independently wealthy, unfortunately. But here's the thing, like, so many people have come out to support this campaign. We have, you know, over 6,000 people so far who have, you know, donated democracy vouchers or money.
I love that.
We have, you know, hundreds and hundreds of volunteers who are out knocking on doors, talking to voters.
Yeah, you said
And,
like
yeah.
600 volunteers, over 600 volunteers.
Yep.
Wow.
And so I feel very like supported. I feel like this is really a moment where people across Seattle are like coming together around a vision of what our city could be. And I feel so privileged to be able to like help make that happen.
Good. Well, we're a long way to go,
Yeah.
but we got your back. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Till next time.
Let's do it.
Kicking it. We're gonna kick it again.
Okay.
We gotta figure out somewhere else to go.
Keep kicking it. I mean, there's lots more places.
We gotta take
There's so many neighborhoods in Seattle.
We gotta go take a different train somewhere else.
Or we could take a bus next time.
Bus. We gotta
you
go
know?
bus.
There's places in Seattle where you can't take a train yet.
Okay,
So
we'll take the
we'll
bus.
Take the bus.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll go to West Seattle.
Yeah. West Seattle, that's right. South Park.
There you go. Now you're
South
talking.
Park's a cool place.